sign of that. What do I do?
What is this? Wendy?
Oh, yes, babe.
Whose phone?
I don't think you want to know.
You're a fighter. I'm not a fighter. Makes for a better show.
Right, places, please. And action.
Tell me that ain't the greatest show on earth.
And then the dreams don't have to show up. The truth is that you are the one thing that remains as everything comes and goes. You are the author. You are the director. You are the producer. You are the star. Remember the movie. Remember the script. Remember. And that'll come to you. You'll just go through the what you're talking about. Self-implementation. It will come back to you. But you have to sit in it and let it walk out. Don't reach. Let it walk up to you. You will realize tangibly that you are the creator of everything that you ever experienced. The people you're supposed to meet, the experiences you're supposed to have. You're on the wrong track. You're supposed to be going to California. You're headed to Idaho. What are you doing? Everyone's waiting for you on this path over here on this train. Okay. But
I'm hanging with you.
there is no
Yo, yo.
very important. There is no doubt. It's just for changing
We're
scene,
gonna slam him on his back.
changing frequency,
I'm with you.
changing dimension. There is no death. There is no such thing. The only death we actually experience is when we're disconnected from our true self. That's the only death. So once the incarnation is over, you no longer need this because the body is attuned to and part of the living environment. Once you've completed your lifetime, you no longer need it. So about ourselves, and that would be what it is that we should. So anytime there's an opportunity for evolution, it's going to take place. So what that means is that we have a choice, right? Should I take this job or should I take that job? Or whatever, any kind of scenario that you're in. Should I move to New York or should I move to California? Whatever. So whenever there's a choice, that means there's energy behind both of those possibilities. Now, just like the radio, we can only experience one of those choices, one sound, right? But yet, because there's energy behind that other choice, it actually comes to fruition. And that actually gets manifested or created. So there's a reason that lives over here, and lives over here, and marry this guy, and marry this person, and do this, and do that. And to do it rather quickly, let's like pretend you just direct your past and future. And now say that. And as soon as you find yourself coming out, do it again. Bring yourself right to now. Pretty soon. Because these little, I call them magic tricks. Because these little magic tricks are so easy and that they work in seconds. Pretty soon you can just be this way all the time. Because you don't have to, oh, I gotta go meditate, let me go set up my room, let me get my crystals, let me get my incense, don't bother me. You can just do this all day, all the time. This is the key. It's for everybody. Because this is the true state that this is what we really are. So it's easy. It's easy. We don't need to set anything up. But everyone should at least start with a mindfulness practice, for sure. And if they want to call it meditation, just learn how to control your energy in the present. And that's what meditation is. The self is meditation. Someone asked me the other day, RJ, what are the most important things to work on? Number one is detachment. Detachment is number one. Because nothing happens that is quote unquote good until you detach from what's here. That's it. So that's the difference. We first have to understand about consumerism. It's not just buying dishwasher soap. It's also beliefs, concepts, ideologies, so-called information, right? All this kind of stuff. Stop. There's no way to create consciously if what you're creating is already based upon something you've identified yourself with, which is already false. Because you have no name, no image, no form. If you've identified yourself with something, you're already taking the wrong path. So we stop with consumerism completely, and we learn how to be present and reside directly as the I am, and then we create from there. Now, when you do that, there's no limitation that comes through. I am impelled and compelled to do what it is that I do. So at that point, wants, needs don't exist. Wants, needs, desires, this, that, it's gone. It's just gone. That's point, because at your core, the I am, you are God, the indirect practice of God. And we keep imagining worst case scenarios for ourselves. Try imagining that everything works out great. If you fear death, try imagining that everything works out great. Try doing that with your life. Instead of imagining worst case scenarios and torturing yourself with your own imagination, imagine if everything works out. Right? This is your time. We all planned this. I can just remember planning it. It's the only difference. I can remember planning this. Right? Okay. Many of us probably can't. When you lose your mind, you might be able to remember planning it. We all planned this. All of us. We planned this. And if you're watching this, do you think it's a coincidence? Do you? Are you kidding? None of us work with coincidences. This is meticulously worked out. Meticulously worked out to the greatest detail to make sure that we didn't miss one another. So, don't miss one another. And avail yourself of these unbelievable people that take these courses too, by the way. Someone was mentioning that to me the other day. I was by RJ and the teaching, but the people that take these courses
at once. I don't get it. I like to do things myself. Even if I don't get a great deal, I still feel connected to it. What kind of connection would I have with the salmon if I bought it at the supermarket? We are connected.
Kayak. Search one and done.
So, but what I will share is that the goal is love. Now, I say that because love dismantles and destroys everything other than it. Okay. What God wants is to feel, once you're working with the city directly at the miracle machine, you can create anything. The ego mind identity is so far downstream on the edge of the universe, there's very little it can do. But the I am, the true self, can do anything, because that is the source God, the wellspring of being and nothing, which is love. And that is really the goal of everything, is to deepen our reservoir, our eternal reservoir of love and wisdom, whose subsets are our talents and abilities. That is actually the point of everything. That is actually evolution.
Try to account for all things that could happen. Going to work, you celebrate Christmas, you're looking forward to ourselves. So I start to feel great. So we start making promises to ourselves about, hey, I'm gonna lose some weight, I'm gonna do better in school, I'm gonna be better here, be better there. But guess what happens? The real Merry fucking Christmas happens when all of that noise is gone, it's quiet. And it's you against you, and now all those endorphins are gone. And I promise you, by getting up early and getting after it to go lose weight, study harder, guess what? It's a lot fucking harder now. That repetition becomes a lot harder now. So a lot of us can't do things on our own. So find somebody, throw that towel in, they throw that motherfucker back at you and say, no.
Ready to deliver. Hurry to Best City Furniture before it's gone.
It sucks. And then what is, wait, you have to lose, my friend? Sorry. The first step you have to do is face yourself and be accountable for what you're not. So then you can be what you want to be. I call myself fat because I was fat. And people don't want to do that. They want to say, oh, don't call yourself fat. Don't call yourself dumb. If you're not real and raw with who you are, nothing's going to change. In this nice new world that we live in, we want to hear you're just a little big. Man, you might be fat. How you address it is you face it. You face it every day. You face it every day. I can't get this paragraph. I can't remember what the in this paragraph to pass this test to get in the military. Read again. Still not getting it. Read again. But if you're not getting it, write it out. And that's how I started learning. I can't swim. I'm negative buoyant. Go back again. I can't swim. Go back again. Go back again. Go back again. I got it. I realize if I keep going back and going back and going back until the shit just becomes, your mind will say, okay, we're gonna figure it out. Because he is not going to it's not going to try one more time. No, feet, broken shins. My mind knew this is how we operate. We're Navy SEAL training. This is what we are. I became hell. And that became my new norm. I gave myself no way out. There was nothing outside these walls of hell. Nothing. I loved God, but for a short period of time, I became the devil because that was hell. I became the boss, the owner, the CEO of Navy SEAL training. That was my mindset. And that's how you get through things. You immerse yourself in wherever it is, you become that. You become that. You give yourself no way out. The mind is a medieval motherfucker. It's constantly fighting against you. It's the only thing in the history of the hold yourself accountable to that mission. That accompanies your own. Make up your own mission statement. What do you want to be in life better? You can work with yourself to get better. But until you know what you want to stand for, you will always just be sitting down. You'll never stand for anything. Your mind takes control of you. You have to say, I run this mother. And that's what that's all about. I was a scared, uneducated kid who stuttered, and I had to look at myself in the mirror and hold myself accountable for who I wasn't and who I wanted to be. Nothing was coming back to save me. So I realized I had to save myself. Knowledge through suffering. And on the other end of suffering is a world that very few have ever seen. You know you can reach. And when you do that, that fear, that insecurity, that doubt, that's where you grow. You must always set goals that you think you cannot achieve. And then there you get better. I saw myself as the weakest human being on the planet. And I wanted to transform that into the hardest man God ever created. When you go to war with yourself, you find a lot of peace. Because you know exactly who you are. When you quit, your mind says we're done. So it doesn't expand. There's no expansion when you quit. Your mind takes control of you. You have to say, I run this. You gotta tell your brain where you want to go and how you want to go and how you want to get there. Stay further. That's where I gain advantage. It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend. Most people are weak. Most people don't want to go that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely. You talk about that you were kind of, lonely by yourself. I was the same way. And that used to hurt me growing up. Now I thrive in that shit. That's the only place to be. Why don't you smile? I do. But I figured something out. That's why you'll never hear me say I'm missing something. Fear. A whole nother battle started coming. I was like, oh, hang on a second, guys. You have these tools. Your life was basically the perfect grounds for training for where you need to go in your life. All the beatings, all the bullying, all the you going through learning disabilities, all the struggles. It was the absolute perfect training.